Hey, what is up guys, it's Matt here back again, and today I'm showing you my top 10 Android apps of July for 2016. So I really hope you all have a great summer, and maybe these apps will help you get through it. So the first one up is actually a weather app called Clemendo Forecast. So maybe this will help you get to the beach one day if it's predicted to be sunny, and if it's raining maybe you can go out with your friends to the mall or the cinema, something like that. But this is a really minimal app which allows you to view daily forecasts, hourly, as well as your weekly overall forecast. But the great thing about this weather app is you can click on the forecast and view a bunch of different predictions from different weather providers. So obviously we have Clemendo, AccuWeather and Met Office, so there's some frequent ones used there. And we can also go into more detailed daily, so we can actually check every hour exactly to see what the weather's going to be like. So at the bottom here we have a bar chart which shows us statistically which weather provider tends to be more accurate overall, which is really helpful because it can guide you onto what the weather is actually going to be like. And we can go into the sidebar here and also change all our units of measurement. So obviously we can have Celsius, Fahrenheit, miles per hour for wind speed, knots or kilometers an hour, stuff like that. And you can also have inches or millimeters for the rain as well, and obviously 12 hours or 24 hours depending on where you're from. Now you can change all that, which is good. I'm leaving it like that because I use Celsius, miles per hour, 12 hour, stuff like that. But you can simply search a new weather location and hit the little love heart at the top and it will add that to your frequently favorite weather locations, which is really cool. And that's pretty much it. So the next one up is called App Lock, and this one allows you to lock apps on your device, including stock apps, using a fingerprint or a passcode or a pattern lock, which is really cool. So all you need to do is scroll through the list and tick whichever apps you'd like to lock. So when you go over to your app, it will actually be locked and you'll actually need a way of bypassing the security, either by fingerprint, pattern lock, or an actual passcode. So I like the fingerprint just because it's easier to get into stuff like Android Pay, and overall it's just a lot cleaner and snappier to use than just typing in a passcode or a pattern. And overall I like it a lot. It's a really great way of securing your apps. Now maybe you wouldn't want Instagram to be secured, but maybe you want some banking apps or something like that secured. And if you go into settings, you can simply choose whether the apps relock when closed, and also if you use fingerprint. But overall, it's a really cool app. You can simply turn all your locked apps on and they'll appear in the locked app drop down on the side there, so you can easily see which ones are locked. And you can also see which ones are unlocked, so you can easily go through and lock them all. And it's a really cool app. So the next one up is called Torchy, and I like this one. It's actually really convenient for when you want to turn on your flashlight, because for my phone there isn't really kind of an option like the iPhone has when you swipe up and turn on the flashlight. Now this one allows you to turn it on using your volume buttons, which is really cool. And overall I like it a lot. All you need to do is press the two volume buttons and your flashlight will switch on. Now you can't see from this angle, but if I turn the phone around, you'll be able to see when I press the buttons, the flashlight comes on, press them again and it goes off. Now this is a really cool idea and I like it a lot. It gives you a physical button for the flash, especially when you're in the dark and you need some help. Okay, so this one up next is a really cool one, and at first I was a little bit skeptical, I wasn't sure what it's for, but this is called App Cloner. And it basically clones an app on your device and reinstalls the APK, so you can run two apps the same side by side. Now you may be thinking, why on earth would you want to do this? But it's actually pretty handy if you have two accounts for say Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Then you can easily have two apps with different icons or different names or whatever, and when you launch into them, it will be in that set account. So instead of logging out and switching between, you can simply jump into the app desired with the account hooked up to it. And it's as good as that. You can clone any app you want, and overall it's really cool. You could even clone the Android Wear app and pair two Android Wear devices to your phone, and overall I think it's a really cool idea. So definitely go check this out. And obviously if you go at the top there, you can choose whether it shows system apps, whether you want to clone them as well. Not too sure why you'd want to clone system apps, but you have the option. Now you can change like icons and things as well as titles, and you can flip it horizontally or vertically, the icon, just to know which one is actually the clone and which one's the original, which is handy. Now the only one I have cloned right now is Instagram, and you can simply reclone it, save it, share it, or delete it once you have the cloned APK, and it will store them all in here in case you want to delete them and reinstall them, which is cool. Definitely worth checking out though. Now this next one up is called Chroma Keyboard. Now this one's a really cool minimal keyboard, and it actually changes color depending on which app you're using, so it will match the overall main color theme of the app, which is cool. So if you go in like the Play Store, it will display like a greenish kind of lime green keyboard, and if you go into something like a banking app which is blue, like RBS, it will display a blue keyboard, and if you go into YouTube, it's obviously a red keyboard. So I like the idea. and it's a really cool minimal keyboard. It has your numbers along the top, you have a bunch of customization, and overall it's a lot like the Google keyboard. You also have the swiping input, so you can swipe along and input characters like that, which is cool. And overall I like how it changes color, it really spices up your device, and it looks really great. Another cool thing is if you go into Messenger, it will display a blue color, which contrasts with the red really nicely. Obviously you can customize textures and things in the settings, but it's definitely worth checking out. Now this one up next is called App Hunt, and I don't necessarily use this to find all my apps for the top 10 apps, but I use it to inspire me, and you can also share apps as well if you want as well. I can simply share an icon pack and say why it's good, and people can rank it and it will go up to the top. You can also check your top apps for May, June, July, etc. They're not the same apps as mine, however they have some really good choices here. Maybe if you guys have different opinions to me, and you can view some comments as well as descriptions, and you can actually rank them yourself, which is really cool, and it's a really great idea. You can also choose your trending or your leading apps, the latest ones. You can change your categories, and you can also save different apps as well. Now, if you're wondering about wallpapers, this one is called Backdrops, and it's mainly where I get pretty much all my wallpapers for my home screen. You can simply go in and save them, and it's pretty much set there. Now, they're really great wallpapers, and I like most of them, to be honest. They give you a wall of the day option, which alerts you about a brand new wallpaper that's been voted the best. And I like this because I usually set that one as my main wallpaper. You can simply save them, put them in favorites, as well as set them. Now, here's all my favorites that I've used. You'll probably be familiar with some of these, and overall they're really great. I like them a lot. They're just minimal and they suit my style. Now the next one up is also to do with wallpapers. This is called Wallpaper Saver, and it's really handy because it actually saves all of the history of wallpapers that you've used on your phone, so you can simply go back and reset a wallpaper or share it or anything like that. So I find if I use an app to set a wallpaper and the app doesn't let me save it, I can use this app to simply save it onto Google Drive so that other people like you guys can get the wallpaper, which is really cool, and I like it a lot. It's really handy if you just want to go back and think, actually I want that wallpaper from last week. You can just go in and set it, and it's really easy. Now you do get some ads obviously, but it's definitely a great app and it's free, so why not get it? I mean, it's a really good app. And again, you can go in and click the share button and you can share it with any social media pretty much. You can email it, save it to your Google Drive, or just save it on your device. And overall, it's really cool. So you can actually click a little grid at the top, and that will actually change the layout, so you can actually see 3 different wallpapers across the way, which is really handy. And you can also get notifications, whether it saves your wallpaper and things like that as well. Obviously, I wanted to save them. And to delete them, you just hold down and select the ones you want, and then just hit the bin at the top. So it's pretty easy, straightforward, and I like it a lot. And honestly, I couldn't really live without this because I change my wallpaper a lot, and sometimes I like to go back. Now this one up next is called Platypop, and it's a little bit of a strange name, and it's from my friend Sajid Sheikh. The guy who made my profile picture, he has amazing artwork skills, and he has a ton of different icons. So you have loads of app drawer icons, folders, games, loads of Google icons, and they're all really minimal and really greatly designed, and I really love this. It's a really good icon pack, only has about 1,000 downloads, but it is so good, and I can't believe how much effort he's put into making this. There's so many icons in here, literally hundreds, and there's different variations of the same one just to meet your personal preference, but overall they're so good. And he also has some really nice wallpapers in this app as well, just in case you want to check them out. They're really awesome. But overall, this is how it looks. All of these icons are from the Platypop icon pack, as you can see. And overall, I like them a lot. They're really cool, and you have some really nice Google icons as well. If I just jump into this folder, you can see the Chrome icons pretty cool and pretty fancy as well. Now, scrolling through, they're all really minimal icons. So if you're looking for a minimal set of icons, then this is definitely the way to go. They definitely look nice. Okay guys, so this app here is to actually view movies, called CinemaBox. It's a little bit similar to Showbox, but sometimes I find it just works a little bit better and you don't need third-party apps to stream it to your Chromecast, and it can just be dead simple really. So all you need to do is scroll through, you can select whether you want the hot movies, new movies, stuff like that. It's really cool, you can change your categories, and once you've found the movie desired, you simply click on it and it will open a little player. You can hit the Chromecast button there and stream it straight to your TV. or you can change the Wi-Fi connection mid-video, and you can actually download videos as well. You can change your resolution, and obviously at the top here you can select whether you want like horror, sci-fi, musicals, things like that, like romance, and you can really specify what movies you want. You also have a column on the side here which has some TV shows, cartoons, animes, and settings as well, which has a kids mode just in case you don't want your kids watching violent movies and things. But you can go into TV shows and you can check out all the latest ones like Big Bang Theory. You have loads of different selections of movies and TV shows in this app. You also have cartoons and animes. Overall, it's just filled with great media content, and it's all pretty much brand new. Now, that is my top app selection for the summer. I'm hoping you have a really nice day and a nice summer holidays, so enjoy. Have a nice trip if you're going on vacation anywhere, like I am. Anyway, guys, that is it. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.